Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. So I know it's been a couple months, but I had to get some information so that I can bring you guys all the updates as it pertains to student loans. I want to tell you where we are as of now so that you know what to expect for the rest of the year. Okay, now let me make my disclaimer. Things are going to change. This is the government, but as it is today, it's set in place, and more and more than likely, excuse me, the information won't change, if at all. But if it does change, it'll change by a little. Okay, and I'll explain what I mean. All right, so we're gonna go over student loans. If you guys have not watched my videos before, please make sure you subscribe and pay attention. If you have watched my videos, thank you for coming back, and also pay attention. Okay, so you guys are aware already of the Biden $10,000 financial aid, or excuse me, Pell Grant forgiveness. All right, that is still currently on hold. It is at the Supreme Court. You should hear something, or there should be a decision made by June of 2023. Okay, so it's May. So we have a month left, or a little less than a month, to find out what that decision is going to be. All right, so regardless of the decision, whether it is passed, or excuse me, approved or disapproved or unapproved, whichever word you want to use, if you guys have loans that are in the forbearance right now, please know that come 1 October, you will be making your very first student loan payment. All right, so there is supposedly no changes on that date. The only thing that will determine the change is if they are going to if the government is going to allow the student loan services to continue to not continue to, but are they going to charge interest? So right now the government is telling the student loan services to prepare to start getting your payments back, to have them, resume, and also to resume charging interest. They have not charged you guys interest while it's been on hold. Okay, but we have to wait to see what's going to happen with this decision in June to determine if you guys will have to pay those loans back, although you've already applied for forgiveness. So again, I'm going to go through the dates. June is when we get our Supreme Court decision to find out if the $10,000 Biden Pell Grant forgiveness is approved. October 1st is when you will start making your student loan payments with interest. Here is the part that they're not saying, and this is what I strongly suggest you guys go into, is find out if you're going to be charged interest for just the month of September and you make your payment in October, or are you going to be paying interest from all the way back from March 2020. I remember reading a while back that the interest would be accumulated. I'm not sure if that's changed because they haven't talked too much about it, but I would strongly suggest you guys call your student loan services so that you can find out. And the reason why you want to find out is because that could be a huge payment, okay, because of all the interest. It's almost, what, 2 years? 2 years and some change that you haven't made a student loan payment. It could be a huge payment due. You don't know, all right? You don't even know what your first payment is going to be. You don't even know if they're going to give you another extension. So I'm one of those people, I don't like to wait until they tell me to do something. I like to plan ahead so that I at least have something to come back with. So please, guys, if you are one of those individuals that you still have loans, you need to find out about that interest, because you are going to have to start making payments come 1 October. The next date is 31 August. So by August 31st, all of your student loan services should have contacted you to let you know about the interest, to let you know about resuming your payments, everything to get you back into the habit of making your regular student loan payments. So that's another date or something you should be looking for from your student loan servicer before 1 October, okay? They are giving your student loan servicer 60 days to inform you guys of what to expect before they um, are expected to receive their first payment. The last date I want you guys to remember, actually it's 2 more days. Another date I want you guys to remember is December 2023. I don't believe we have a date in December yet, okay? If you guys have not consolidated your loans into the IDR, which is the income driven repayment plan, then I think you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Please go watch my other video about the IDR. It's one of the options that you have for repaying your student loans, and currently it's probably the best one out there unless you fall or qualify for another one of these other programs, and I'll talk about that quickly before this video ends. So you have until December of this year, 2023, to move your loans under, you probably can do IDR with your student loan servicer, but basically you're going to call and say, hey, I want to consolidate my loans into the IDR program so that you can make less, you'll make less payments, the amount of money you will pay less. You also will have the ability to claim more people so that you possibly can get down to a 0 payment every month, and it still count towards your monthly student loan payments. No other plan does that, all right? And then the last date, and then I'm going to run through the dates again, is well, this is in 2024, okay? So it's kind of ahead, but I wanted to add this because it's important. So a lot of you guys are applying for the borrower's defense. That is the defense that you can use to get your loans dismissed or completely wiped off your credit, wiped out of the Kyber system, so that they can no longer see that you owe student loans. It will be all completely wiped away as if you never received them. But the only way you can do it is one of 2 ways. You either have to wait until you're selected for the borrower's defense and you automatically get your forgiveness, or you can actually do the 25-page application. And my experience of working with you guys doing these applications, the people who've done the applications have gotten done much quicker, okay? So there are a group of you guys that should be coming up for your forgiveness in July of this year of 2023. The student loan quietly stated in an article, very small, that you guys whom are expecting to receive your forgiveness in July, not to expect it. They ran out of money, and that you should look to hear something in 2024, okay? It's sad, okay? But they're put here in an article that it is a delay, potentially more than a year. So some of you guys who are trying to get this forgiveness are going to find that you got it, but there's no money to pay it or to satisfy it, which means it still has to stay around. One of the reasons why you need to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to put you on to what is on. And if you guys have been following me, a lot of you have already gotten your loans dismissed under this program, and we did it a year ago, okay? So it is unfortunate that some of you are coming in late. It's better late than never. I'd rather be in the number than out. It's just you don't know when your number is, okay? So let me run down these dates one more time for you. We're in 2023. You have until June 2023 to get the Supreme Court decision on the Joe Biden Pell Grant $10,000 forgiveness. You have until August 31st for your student loan servicer to have contacted you to already give you updates on what you should expect when you make your student loan payment, which will start 1 October, okay? 1 October, you will be making your regular normal student loan payments. Now, if you're an individual who has not consolidated their loans and need to because you want a smaller amount and you want to pay for a shorter amount of time, then you have until December 2023 to enroll in the IDR, the Income Driven Repayment Plan. Very important. And make sure you are paying attention to all those dates, okay? So I hope y'all took 2 seconds to write that down. Y'all know y'all gotta watch me with a pen and piece of paper. Put that on your calendar, because if someone hadn't contacted you, you need to know what's up. Remember, you don't know what that first payment's gonna look like. Is it gonna be a huge balloon payment because you've been on hold for 2 to 3 years? Or is it gonna be a small, minimal payment that you will pay normally? That is something you wanna know. Okay, next thing, this is very, very important. If you made a student loan payment from March 2020 forward, meaning currently, then you are entitled to a 100% refund. You know, I get thirsty when we start talking about free and money. So hold on. Okay. So March 2020 until present, if you've made any payments towards your student loans, you can call your student loan servicer and they will give you a 100% refund. I'm not making this up. It is in the papers. Y'all know I tell you all the time this stuff ain't always going to be listed or talked about or broadcasted. And why is that? Because that is how news works. The good news is always pushed way down. You got to go find gems like me, okay? But all the bad stuff is going to be right there at the top. So I done gave y'all some dates. I done also told y'all can get some money back because y'all know I love to talk about the money. And now I'm going to talk about really quickly the couple of the programs that you guys can still qualify for. All right, IDR is one of them, the income driven repayment plan. You have until December. If you do not jump on that bandwagon while it is hot, you unfortunately are going to be just like the people who are now finding out from me that they missed the borrower's defense and now have to wait an additional year to have the loans removed. So listen to your girl and call your student loan servicer and jump on that. Okay, the Sweet versus Cardona lawsuit, okay, which is also better known to my group, and to me, we call it the borrower's defense, all right? So basically, there's a list of 200 or so schools, to include a couple more that I'm going to give you now. This actually happened in March of this year, quietly. 6 schools were added to the borrower's defense list. So now it's like 206 schools. Now, it's a whole bunch of y'all out there that probably haven't seen this video, probably are watching this video and need to share it with somebody who needs to see this video. Are going to find out that 206 schools have basically frauded you guys, giving you a degree you really can't use, or has played on your emotions, closed down, lost accreditation, all kind of stuff. And you are carrying it on your federal credit report, which is the Kyver system. Okay, you don't ever get to see that one. Okay, but it's a federal system that has all your debts. Kyver system has that. Your Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion has those loans. And now you can't buy or can't get a credit card, or your score is messed up, all because your utilization is messed up. Your student loans are probably in deferment, you know, or they're just too damn high that now you just can't get approved for anything. So if you are a part of this lawsuit, please stop waiting, okay? Why do you need to stop waiting? Because 2025, if you don't get those loans dismissed by then, you will be, and we don't know yet because there's going to be legislation change, because there's going to be, maybe a new president. But as it stands now, according to the tax publication, after 2025, they can send you a 1099 for the amount that was dismissed, and you pay taxes on that money. Okay, so you need to do this, and you only have 2 years left. Well, you don't even have 2 years left. Okay, you got a year and however 6 months, 5 months, whatever many left. All right, so please don't sleep on that. Let me tell you some of the schools that were added. And if you're in the military, I know y'all know these schools. American National University, definitely a big school that is known on many military bases. Everglades College. If you live in Florida, you know Everglades College. Kaiser University. You can live anywhere and know that school. Lincoln Tech. Okay, a lot of people went to Lincoln Tech. And hold on. And they said schools that fall under, where is it? Am I missing it? Because I named you 4. But basically, they're all schools that fall under Everglades College and Kaiser University, because y'all know a lot of these schools changed their name. So I forgot, it's not on here. It was on another one, so forgive me, but it doesn't matter, because guess what you can do? You could go to my website, shamikasaves.com, send me a message in the conversations in the chat box. I will send you the list of schools, because it is very freakishly hard to find the list. Now, if you are better than me, you can go on Google and find the list of schools, go right ahead. But make sure you add Everglades, Kaiser, Lincoln Tech, and American National University, okay? So I'm assuming there are probably going to be more schools, because there are some schools that opted out, that did not want to be a part of it, and they got their own legal team. But now the Supreme Court is like, y'all are not going to be included too. So there are a bunch Please don't just think about yourself. Ask your aunties, uncles, your mamas, your grandmamas. Some of them are not that old, okay? And see if they went to school at one of these schools that are on the list. And all you got to do is, guess what? Turn in the application and wait, okay? Now, the borrower's defense is one way to wipe out your loans. Another way is the public servants loan forgiveness. This is another highly unused program because a lot of you don't understand who is included. Your girl been doing these videos, okay? Y'all might need to scroll through. Y'all don't even have to sit and look at me. Just put me on play and listen, okay? But if you are any frontline worker, military, clergy, anyone that works for a nonprofit, you work for the local government, you work for the state government, you work for the federal government, librarians, all right? It's a lot of people that are a part of the public service loan forgiveness. If you are in what is it, AmeriCorps, those type of, they qualify for this. And all you have to do is make 10 years worth of payments. You still have to consolidate your loans, okay? The government ain't playing. They're not gonna give you a program if you don't put all your loans on that program to lock it in, all right? But you make your 10 years of payments, same thing you're doing with this IDR, and the loans are wiped, all right? So that's another way. You also have, if you're a disabled veteran, 100% or more, if you, are on Social Security disability, these are supposed to be done automatically, the military one and the Social Security disability. But there are still people I know that have not gotten the memo and the loans are still on their credit, all right? So some of y'all are wondering, oh, I can't get a house, I'm on disability. Yes, you can. You can get a Habitat house. You can get a house under the NACA program. You can get a house under your local housing program. But the reason you can't get approved is because those loans are in the way. Some of those are the biggest debts that some of you will ever have other than the mortgage, okay? All right, so, and then you have some of your student loan repayment programs. I'm not really gonna get into those because they are not the same as dismissing your loans, but those are the major programs. The borrower's defense, you get your money back if you made any payments from March 2020 into present. You get do the public servants loan forgiveness. You can also do the TP, the total and permanent discharge. You can get that if you're a 100% disabled veteran and if you are a recipient of Social Security disability, all right? So those are your programs. If I missed any, it doesn't matter. I'll come back and talk about it, but that is where we are right now. And then last but not least, and I'll probably make a separate video, but I'm just gonna add it because you're watching. Since we're talking about student loans, I just want you guys to know that they have also changed and so-called simplified the FAFSA. So please, y'all will know when I say please, that means I'm kindly, gently persuading you to do what I'm saying, okay? But please take notice that if you have, and this is for parents, if you have children, multiple children that are in school receiving the Pell Grant, now that they simplified it, it's possible that some of your children are going to get unequal amounts. And usually the first child gets the most and the second and third get little to none. So that all depends on your income level. I'll make a separate video about that, but I did want to throw that out there. There are changes going on. Anytime tax season is over, and now it's getting ready to be soon we're going to get ready to start paying attention to elections, the election season, who we're voting for. It's going to be a whole lot of things going through, especially since we have a Democrat in the House. Joe Biden and his administration are going to push a whole bunch of stuff that we are going to like because they're going to want us to vote. But you guys need to remember, and I don't go either way. I personally don't care that much because they're all the same. But at the end of the day, what I don't like someone doing is playing on my emotions and trying my intelligence. And so I don't want you guys to run out there and vote like you guys did for Biden this time because he told you he was going to give you the $10,000 and $20,000 forgiveness with the Pell Grant, and we're still waiting, okay? So I would like you guys to really look at what they're offering before you go out and you give your vote, because these things are not only affecting us, they're going to affect your children, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys to give you guys an update. As soon as I know more, I'll give you more, but this is where we are right now. Remember, go to my website, shamikasaves.com. Go in that chat box. I will send you the list of schools that are on the list, the 200, and I'll add the extra ones. I'll just send them to you separately, okay? And if you need the application or help with the application, you can also talk to me there. Have a good one. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.